What's up, baby? It's your boy Andre Berto, and I get my boxing info straight from the source.
Y'all know the name. dSource.
So without further ado, let me introduce to you our first guest of the night, Showtime Shawn Porter. What's up, Shawn?
What's up, everybody? Good evening. Good evening.
What's going on?
Yeah, man. How you doing, man?
Oh, you know, I'm just doing my job. You know.
Do your job. Hold on.
I forgot to applaud. Hold on. Let me do that again.
You gotta do this.
Let me introduce you, Showtime Shawn Porter. Think about it, Shawn.
That's all. That's all Shawn knows,
I didn't really feel welcome at first. I feel welcome now. I didn't really feel welcome at first.
Oh, man. You undefeated, bro.
I know,
like
right?
I'm on the right phone now.
It's been a minute, Shawn. It's been a minute since we last seen you in the ring. Can you talk to us a little bit about what's been going on with you?
Well, yeah, like you said, it's been a while. On my end, you know, I stay doing my job, training all day, every day, up at 7 down, you know, last training session probably 7 at night. But, you know, a lot of things that us young fighters aren't aware of or expect in the game this soon. You know, I expected, you know, just to, you know, get out there, show my skills and, you know, be loved by everybody. But there's another part of boxing that us young guys aren't really used to, and that's the business side. And so right now, I guess my career is just kind of taking hold because of the business side. But pretty soon, this is 2012, we'll be getting right back at it and hopefully shocking the world this year.
Wow, that's definitely unfortunate, man, especially with the momentum you had in your career.
Yeah, exactly. The momentum was probably the number one thing that I took a look at last night, and I said, you know what, I gotta maintain that momentum, even though it isn't where it once was. I gotta make it, you know, still be there and still train hard and have the same kind of intensity and excitement and enthusiasm going into every training session, and then also, you know, again when I start fighting again. But you know, I don't really I'm not down or anything like that, but I just haven't been in the ring. You know, I still get plenty of sparring and good sparring, and I'm ready for a fight next week if I have to fight next week. So all in all, I would say everything is good.
That's good to hear, man. Have you been staying in shape though? Have you been staying in the gym? And what you been doing to stay in shape?
Staying in shape, man. I was up at 7 o'clock this morning. I actually got to the track. It was pouring rain. And I said, you know, I called my coach Bob, and Bob couldn't make it to the track. I said, you know, I'm going to use this self-motivation and push myself. I got in I got in 6 800-meter sprints and then a few more 100-meter sprints after that. So, you know, I'm just taking it one day at a time, trying to make every day better than the previous. And, you know, staying in shape. We swam today, sparred today, you know, so just overall a lot of stuff going on as far as the training and just staying ready for anything that comes my way.
That's great. Yeah. It's a great mentality. That's a champion's mentality.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100% on that. Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that. It's kind of like right now Floyd and Manny are the hype, as well they should. They're the two best boxers in the world in the last 20, 30, you know, and some could argue ever, you know what I mean? But what happens after they fight and when it's done, it's like who's the hype now? Who's to talk about now? It's kind of like once they fight, right now it's looking like once they fight, it's like, you know, who cares about boxing now because they fought, you know what I mean? So you need guys like me and Andre Ward is just one of the he's a phenomenal fighter. And a phenomenal person, and guys like us that's really gonna continue to carry on the legacy and all that boxing has, you know. And I think there's guys like me and, you know, like you said, Nonito, that are just very, very exciting and that people will really get hyped about and could, fill the shoes of a Manny Pacquiao or a Floyd Mayweather. So I think you're right. It's definitely about time for those big top level promotional companies to start saying, hey, look at this guy, look at that guy. He's young, he's got fire, and he wants it all, And that's what people want to see. They want to see fights. They want to see people go at it. They want to see fighters go at it. And they want to see the heart in the ring. And I don't think we see enough of that today in boxing.
Oh, man, you got to give the applause on that one. Come on, D.
Definitely. And, but, Shawn, how does that make you feel, man? You're here trying to make it in boxing, waiting. You're like so eager to fight. And you got these two guys almost as if they got boxing on hostage. People throwing money at them, 60 million, 70 million, however much, the numbers are right now. And here you are, a young cat, just trying to get a fight. You know what I mean? How does this make you feel?
Well, it's kind of like it goes both ways. I'm young, so it's hard for me not to be a fan and really want the excitement of that Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao fight. But at the same time, knowing my abilities and my skills and what I can bring to boxing, it's kind of like, the hairs on my neck are raising with excitement, knowing that my time is almost there. And I feel like I'm kind of being stalled, but at the same time, I don't mind because it's such an exciting fight that everyone wants to see, So I'm like that too. I'm kind of like, let's see that. Okay, get out the way and let me do my thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Definitely. But do you think this fight should happen on May 5th? Or are you cool with waiting it out a little bit more?
I think it should happen on May 5th. I say May 5th. I would like to see Floyd do it before he, goes off into whatever else he's got going on. And I want to see it now. As soon as possible. Just from a fight fan's perspective. And also, I would love to be on the undercard of a fight like that. So, I'm praying for that.
Oh, definitely. That would be dope if we see you in a Manny Pacquiao undercard. Speaking of which,